It's basketball's NBA time now inside the SportsMax Zone. The Brooklyn Nets showed that despite not being statistically the current top team in the Eastern Conference, whenever their big three, Durant, Harden and Irving, are on court, they can be a dangerous bunch to beat in a battle of the Eastern Conference number 1 and number 2 teams. The Nets easily dispatched the Chicago Bulls 138-112 as Kevin Durant led Brooklyn with a game-high 27 points, while James Harden had 25 points and a season-high 16 assists for the Nets team, who were winning their 15th of 19 games on the road. Here are the highlights.
Two teams in the Eastern Conference colliding in the Windy City as the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie Irving taking on DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls. Plenty of star power to go around in this one. DeMar DeRozan, pull-up jumper at the free throw line is good, plus a foul. He had 19. Kevin Durant knows a thing or two about pull-up jumpers. And then James Harden sizing up Zach LaVine, stepping back for a 3-ball. And Brooklyn's on top 48-40. Good ball movement here from Chicago. Winds up in the hands of Zach LaVine. And when he drives baseline like that, just let him do his thing, will you? Clutch baseline jam right there. Meanwhile, Kyrie, just his 3rd game of the season, 4 of 10, shooting 9 points in this one after scoring 22 in each of his first 2 ball games. Zach LaVine now from the outside, finished with 22 in the ball game. It was 62-60 at halftime in favor of Brooklyn. Really good first half, very competitive. Second half, can't say the same. Harden, 25 points, 16 assists, and then KD starts to take over. He gets the jumper and the foul, and then knocks down a 3. He had 17 in the 3rd, game high 27 in the ball game, and the Nets running away with this. Patty Mills knocking down 3s from all over the place. The Nets went on a 22-0 run that was part of a 43-8 run. Things got out of hand in a hurry in Chicago. 138-112 the final. Just the 3rd win for the Nets in their last 8. Just the 2nd loss for the Bulls in their last 12.
Yeah, 26 points the victory margin there. And James Harden, in his post-game assessment, spoke on how good he believes the Nets can actually be.
Like, we're that good. Like, we got a chance to be that good. We just haven't had, like, enough of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think last year we probably had 15 games maybe together, a little more, a little less. And this year only 2. You know what I mean? We haven't had a real, like, bulk of, like, a season just to where it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, and y'all can consistently see how great we can be. And we're working on that. You know, we need to get to that point. So it felt good tonight, man, just to be able to, on both ends of the ball, like, be locked in on the same page and then offensively sharing the basketball and making each other better.
Yeah, let's move on now. The young and exciting Charlotte Hornets are having a somewhat decent season, currently riding on a 4-game win streak. The Hornets snapped a 16-game losing run to the 76ers in a 109-98 victory at Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center. For the Hornets supporters, the last time they saw their team winning against the Sixers was the 2nd of November 2016. But leader Gordon Hayward wasn't popping any champagne or celebrating the victory. He simply said, "Team, on to the next game." Here are the highlights.
Well, Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers taking on a visiting Charlotte Hornets squad, and we get you started with Embiid himself, working in the mid-range, knocking down the shot and drawing the foul. He would make this free throw. Then Embiid keeps it going as he creates a little space and hits the three-pointer. He had 12 points in the opening quarter, but Charlotte was ahead at that point. Gordon Hayward working hard in the first half. He goes 22 points on 9 of 9 field goals, getting the jam there, and then creating a little separation, hitting the shot from distance. The half, Charlotte led this thing 64-50. In the 3rd, here comes Embiid again, dunk plus the foul. Phillies on a 15-2 run at this point, and they cut the lead down to 10. Another look at Embiid exploding to the hole. Here's a look at LaMelo Ball, hesitating and then just tossing that one up softly. It goes down. Later, Miles Bridges drives, misses, grabs his own rebound, goes up and stuffs that thing home. Then it's LaMelo Ball lobbing it up to Bridges for the two-handed stuff. And check out the Charlotte Hornets. They go on the road and get a nice win in Philly, 109-98.
yeah, you don't beat a team since November 2016 and you get a win over them, that's big. But Mariah, I'm pretty certain you want to talk about the Nets, not the Hornets.
Well, I mean, I'm happy for the Hornets.
Yes.
They would have been feeling very good. But I'm also happy to see the big three in the Nets. You know, Georgia and myself were supporting the Nets this season. I just feel that exactly what James Harden said, Lance. When the big three are together, they've only played twice this season. They're a force to be reckoned with. Nobody, when they were predicting, ever thought that the Chicago Bulls would be number one in the East. And even now, so when you listen to like other analysts and NBA pundits and whatnot, they're still saying that the Chicago Bulls being at number one in the East right now is a fluke. And that the moment that these three continue to play games together, we're going to see the best out of them. We saw a taste of that last night. And I just hope that, you know, injury barring, COVID-19, of course, taken into consideration, we will see the Nets and the big three as exactly what we predicted. Because many people, Lance, felt as if seeing the three of them play together would have been so mouth-watering. They would have put up a really good matchup against the Lakers. We were robbed of that, but we got a taste of it last night.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, I accept that the Chicago Bulls are in a sort of a flattering position as leaders in the East, but overall in the league, only the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors have a better record than they have at the moment. So they are playing well. So to feather your nest a little bit, for the Nets to beat them by 26.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And it just shows the class when those three are together. I'm really looking forward at the top of this season, you know. This was supposed to be the team that everybody would have been excited and tuned in to watch. So happened they were very watered down, and we haven't gotten to see the best of them. So I'm looking forward. Fingers crossed, they're going to continue playing the rest of the games. All
right, so can we get the results then of the games Wednesday night? Full results, a couple of them would have already seen. The Hornets, 109-98 over the 76ers. They were the Celtics winning over the Pacers, 119-110. The Wizards beat the Magic. The Southeast leading Miami Heat beat the Hawks. The Knicks were winners over the Mavericks. The Rockets and the Cavs won over the Spurs and the Jazz. Jazz are leaders in the Northwest Division at the moment, beaten badly by the Cavs last night. And there we have the Lakers, despite a game-high 34 from LeBron James, being beaten 125-116 by Buddy Hield's Sacramento Kings. We go to break. When we return, Mariah has Zone Update 2.